Hello, welcome to Game 3 of this exhibition match, Kazumaru versus Minionpawn. We're tied at 1. Let's see what we've got going on here. My match against Kazu lasted 2 hours, like right on the nose, Mr. Guy. So Raze, Barge, Lackeys Barge on the 2-5. We're probably not going into Augurs. We probably do grab a uni just for the gains. We probably grab 2 unis, I guess, and grab all the barges. This 2-5 is just bonkers good, though. I guess with the Lackeys, they're going to pair Lackeys with upgrade. Makes sense. I don't know what you do here as Minionpawn. Ferry upgrade, buy upgrade. And then, yeah, Ferry butcher, buy butcher. Either of those seem reasonable to me. Slight preference on the opening to have an upgrade, but the rest of the game I'm going to want to butcher. We can always move the Ferry token. Potion, huh? Not on my radar. On the opening, I would have looked to get a potion second shuffle or something. Yeah, so with the Ferry stuff, the 5-2 doesn't seem completely crushing, but potion whatever is pretty unappetizing to me. I guess they're doing potion Bonfire, and you hope not to draw 1 potion. Potion Bonfire has a weird 9-card shuffle, so like if you don't draw the potion turn 3, it's somewhat sad. Yeah, somewhat sad. Yeah, so Kazu's got the upgrade now. They can take a silver, and now I assume you Bonfire here. Silver's got to be better than Herb Gatherer, right? I don't really want to play with Herb Gatherer. It's plus buy. We've got a terminal space. It could be okay, I guess. What we need to consider, too, is whether Minionpawn opened with the potion in order to do the Philosopher's Stone. As Kazu here, I would definitely Ferry Barge. Now we've got the upgrade, so we're going to be able to upgrade estates into barges. That feels like the best thing for the deck. They've already got a Trasher, so ferrying Barge seems quite strong. We've got the tiny bit of terminal space with Lackeys, which should be enough to get us through 2 shuffles. We can always upgrade the Lackeys into we can always upgrade a Lackeys into a Barge and then buy another Lackeys if we need a little bit more terminal space. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, we get the uni, and then we uni gain a butcher, and we butcher the uni, and in the meantime, we've bonfired all of our coppers. Kazu's now going to stick the Ferry, and again, I think Barge is the way to go here. Somewhat sadly, Kazu has drawn all of their bad cards this turn, and does not have a lot of good stuff for upgrade to hit next turn, but, you know, it is what it is. We can always upgrade a silver into a potion. They got a Ferry on upgrade. Why? Wouldn't you much rather have a Barge in this deck? And just buy a Barge, I guess? Buy a Butcher? Doesn't seem good. Butcher doesn't seem good now with multiple upgrades. Barge seems like the best card for the deck, but I mean, like, Potion could also be considered the best card for the deck, if we're being honest. And yeah. So Minionpawn gets a university. Our 3rd upgrade. What do we... University can gain upgrades. We're upgrading. Can gain butchers. We're upgrading. I'm a little confused. We're gaining... Yeah, university's getting a butcher, and then we can upgrade the butcher to gold for payload. We won a bunch of barges. Both this turn and next turn in general, I think. Minionpawn has not ever gotten a Lackeys, which is worth noting. The first game I was complaining how Kazu had never gotten Lackeys and was out of terminal space, and this game is the opposite. Although it's not clear to me that Kazu's had an obvious spot for it. This could honestly be silver into potion and draw with Barge, and then buy silver into potion, draw with Barge, buy buy Uni and another Lackeys. That seems pretty good. I assume Minionpawn here next turn's this Barge and Ferry's Barge? Maybe you Bonfire there and just say, I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade 5 costs into golds for my payload, and I'm going to have basically 0 money. You know, I'm going to have a potion and a silver or 2 coppers or something, and that's all the money in my deck. I'm somewhat surprised Kazu hadn't got... Like, they could have gained and played a potion last turn. That seems like it would have been very strong. I assume we're going to kill one of these Lackeys into something. Into a silver or an upgrade. I don't know. I feel like you've got all these upgrades now, and one of the nice things you can do with upgrade in some kingdoms is upgrade the upgrade into gold. But because Ferry is on upgrade, you can't do that here. Maybe you, like, move the Ferry to Barge, and then next turn you upgrade upgrades into gold. Looks like we're getting potions now, though, finally. No? Did Minionpawn get a sec... Oh, Kazu has 2 potions? Kazu bought a potion last turn rather than gain and play one with the upgrades. That's very strange to me that they did it that way. And now they're going to buy double... The weird double potion for University line. Or, you know, double potion for Philosopher Stone. Who knows? Unlikely that it's the thing that I just said. So we have potion silver in our discard pile. I don't know what the bottom card of the deck is, but we can afford to upgrade 1 more copper and still buy two unis. Here, I would also be interested in moving the Ferry for Kazu. Otherwise, we're upgrading upgrades into, you know, Jack, which is not super satisfying. Wow, that was not on my radar at all. So we can this turn the Barge now. They bought a potion to upgrade it. That's wild. Imagine if that potion was like a Jack or something. So here I desperately want to move my Ferry. And I don't care where. Literally any other pile. Like, the Lackeys pile, honestly, might be interested because we have so many plus buys with all these Barges. And then, but the Barge pile is also highly feasible. But I kind of like the Lackeys pile. Ferry Lackeys, and then buy Lackeys. And then we're just going to have a ton of Lackeys that we have for villagers and stuff. And if we have to upgrade something, it's fine. We're going to be using University to gain more Barges. Yeah, Ferry Barge makes sense. Ferry Lackeys makes sense. Ferry Butcher makes sense. Yeah, Raze can trash itself for 0 cards. It's quite exciting. You could ferry the Augurs pile. There we go. We figured it out. We're going to ferry the Augurs pile. Honestly, Acolyte looks pretty decent here with all the Lackeys. We buy Lackeys, then Acolyte, turn them into gold. I think we found a way that Acolyte is good. So yeah, ferry the Augurs pile. Like, Kazu way overbuilt this deck / underbuilt. They got too many upgrades. They got University a turn later than they could have, maybe even 2 turns. But they definitely could have gotten University last turn if they wanted to. And it seems like they have built a problematic the deck that has some issues. Okay, they did the thing I desperately wanted, which is good. Sometimes with Kazu, they are thinking on a different plane than I am. Possibly a higher plane, possibly just an orthogonal plane, but sometimes they're somewhere else, and they're doing things completely different. I've played Minionpawn, 50 or 60 games, a lot of them with VC, so I tend to know what they're thinking, although Minionpawn can be quite creative, too, and do stuff that I wasn't quite expecting. Wow. Really? All right, so like very important for Minionpawn here is we University gain 2 Barges before we do anything. This is very important. University gain Barge, University gain Barge, play upgrade, and if we don't find a Barge, we have to buy. We have to buy a Lackeys right now. You just have to click Lackeys Minionpawn. Because we have 2 Barges in those 6 cards and no villages. We didn't do it. They moved the upgrade. So like if Minionpawn, so the thing is, Minionpawn gained University that turn, but they get to play 0 universities this turn. If they'd gained no universities last turn but a Lackeys, they could play 2 universities this turn and buy 1. So that felt like a blunder there for Minionpawn. I think if they bought a Lackeys that turn, they were still in this game. But after that, they're like a full turn behind. So we're quickly on to game 4.